Hey, it's been a while since I've really posted anything. I've been busy with some stuff. I've had a lot going on. Um, there's been quite a few things happening, like, we'll say the Paris attacks, which brought up some stuff, which brought up issues with refugees. And I know there's sanctuary cities in the United States accepting those refugees. And once again, our president has dropped the ball on this topic, and he is sacrificing our security for sanctuary for illegals. But I mean, if you look at the Syrian refugees coming in, a lot of the women and children have mustaches and dicks. Everyone that has came into this fucking country, they're males of enlistment age, they're young males. It's not old, it's not feeble, it's not the mentally handicapped. You might see two women and a child in the refugees coming over here, and essentially it's a Trojan horse attack in my honest opinion. Which Donald Trump's been sounding off about it. So has everybody else. Right now in my state, we recently changed governors. It's the first time Kentucky has hit Republican in about 40 years, and I essentially come from Kentucky's always been like a Democratic state, but the Democrats in the past were basically like the Republicans of today. The Democrats of the past were like conservatives. They believed in individual rights. They believed in gun ownership. They believed the government should just piss off. And it's like as time has gone by, the attitudes have switched, and it's on the other side of the spectrum. You have the Democrats wanting to take everything away, and the Republicans trying to restore everything that we want. Um, like I said, and then we've had those attacks and stuff like that. Which I mean, nothing, thank God, has happened in the U.S., but it could only be a matter of time before it does. Which our governor-elect Matt Bevins has already said that he's not allowing refugees in Kentucky, which that's a good thing. So hopefully, when he takes over December 7th or 8th, he does something totally different than what Bashir has done, because in my opinion, Bashir's not really. He's been too much of an Obama supporter for my liking, and that's not what we need. Obama's ruined everything for us. But well, the voters have spoke, and that's what they've said. They don't want the Democratic Party in, and I've looked at a few surveys, and it shows right now the Republican Party has a substantial lead in the polls, which is what we want. We have Donald Trump leading, Ben Carson second, and I forgot who Ted Cruz is polling with for third. But I mean, as for the candidates, my official statement so far, Donald Trump looks the best. He's a businessman. He knows how to make money, which is what America needs. Ben Carson seems all right. I mean, he's a retired neurosurgeon. I mean, the guy's educated. He seems to want the best for America. We have that Fioria, whatever her last name is, who about bankrupted General Motors or Hewlett Packard, whichever one she worked for. I don't know my facts on that. Then we have Ted Cruz, who's a Tea Party member, which he has the ideas. I mean, his whole spew about green eggs and ham and fucking Obamacare, fucking classic. And then you have a couple of others. I think Chris Christie, Mike Huckabee. You have a few of those, but they're not really giving anything on the table right now. Nothing that I've noticed to be noteworthy. Just mainly common sense views, but Donald Trump seems to be the cockiest of all the candidates right now, and that cockiness, it could be good and it could be bad, because right now we're having problems with Russia. Obama's been trying to spew his shit about controlling ISIS. I mean, I say, when they go to the family reunion, let him control ISIS then, because, I mean, I've seen a couple of videos that some of my coworkers have shared, or not shared, but they've let me see, that Obama's more or less proclaiming that Islam has gave us literacy, advancing this, advancing that, music, shit like that, and it's just not true. I mean, I think he's talking to hear his fucking teeth rattle. But then again, that's just my opinion. So, First Amendment, Obama suck it. Next, then we had the issue in Turkey just the other day where a Turkish F-16, I think it was a Turkish F-16, I don't know if they built it themselves or if the United States gave it to them, but they shot down a Su-24 Russian fighter jet. And both pilots did eject, and one got shot by, I guess, the Syrian rebels as he was landing. The other one, he was rescued, but in the process of the rescue, some of the Syrian rebels shot at the rescue chopper with a TOW anti-tank missile. And the TOW is a bad piece of equipment. It's one of those, suck my dick type pieces of equipment. It hit the chopper, but the chopper was able to get to government-controlled areas in Syria, and so, thank God the pilots did not get shot down or captured. That I'm so glad to hear that. Because, the Russians right now are trying to fight ISIS, and we have France fighting ISIS, and then we have, Captain Vagina there in Washington slapping him with his fucking purse, telling him don't do it. Yeah, like that's really going to stop them. You get extremists like that, and they just don't give a shit. They don't give a fuck about your feelings or your freedoms because they think that they're right, you're wrong. It's called extremists for a reason, people. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, they're extremists. They don't care about your freedoms. They don't care about this country. They don't care. They're out to destroy anybody they consider an infidel. And that's what people aren't understanding. And in conclusion, I think that them bringing, most of them being young men of fighting military age, I think it's ISIS slipping people in here. There's no, call me conspiracy theory, call me crazy, call me a conservative racist bigot, I don't give a fuck. It's just something's not right with them sending males in here. Good Lord, you have countries in Europe right now demanding a Second Amendment to protect themselves from Syrian refugees. So when you get to that point, fuck it. Something that there should be speaking out to the governments around the world to keep the refugees where they're at, keep them in Syria. It's not our problem to deal with. We didn't create the problems over there. We simply put our nose where it belongs. And I kind of think World War III is kind of on the horizon. Because Putin's, I read a report earlier, they think of Russian missiles hit oil trucks from Turkey, it wasn't oil trucks, it was 8 vehicles in Turkey, and Russian missiles took them out. So, it's getting ready to roll right now, but best thing to do is say watch the news, wait, and stay informed. I've talked to some people, and I've talked to some people that don't really, keep up with politics or current events. Those are the people that really need to pull their head out of their ass and fucking read the news. Just reading the headlines, skimming the article, that's enough. Keep an eye on what's going on. And that's how a population stays informed, is freedom of the press. Watch what's going on. Watch the wars. I'm not saying dedicate your life to it, but shit. If you're sitting there on your phone not doing nothing, you're bored, read a news article. I'm sure you can find some bored time to read this shit. Fuck, I know I do. I find it any chance I get, because I'm lazy as shit. But, it's been deer season. I've not had no luck. Last week I had food poisoning. I went to Subway and had a footlong on flatbread. I had egg whites, fucking steak, pepper jack cheese, lettuce, and a little bit of ranch. And then next thing you know, I'm sick and shitting razor blades for the next 2 or 3 days. But, thank God for antibiotics and anti-nausea medicine. Hey, yeah, fuck that shit. So I'm here for Thanksgiving. I don't know how to record at the house, but I just gotta it just came to me on a whim just to start flapping. So fuck, I started flapping. Um, I mean, it's one of those things. Um, I know I got a couple. Well, I didn't get a couple of new rifles. I got a new rifle that I found on jgsales.com. It was a Yugoslavian M24-47 Mauser. I got it for $199.01. They said it had a cracked stock on it, but I got to looking, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, yeah, there is a small crack in the stock, but I'd say if I put some stabilizing compound in the stock itself, it'll do great. Which I got that suggestion from from one of those groups I'm on Facebook that I follow all the time for surplus rifles. So I'm gonna probably put some stabilizers in that crack. I've already test fired it. I put 8 rounds through it. Because right now I'm having a hard time finding the surplus ammunition in my area. The other day I called 7 gun stores, and only 2 gun stores actually had it. And one wanted $33 a box, which was a Copperhead Gun and Archery. I usually get most of my ammunition off of them because they're close to the house. I mean, and it's a real nice store. I mean, it almost looks like when you're going in there, it's like the guns are like fucking cars in a dealership. I mean, they're nice. The staff, I mean, the people that work there, they're pretty knowledgeable. I've never had a problem there. And my wife, she goes in there, and they didn't have that attitude of assuming a woman didn't know anything about guns. I mean, they told her a few kind of no duh facts because they didn't know my wife, and she said, well, I know this, and this. And now when she goes in there, she has a question about a certain firearm, they're quick to answer, and they don't have that sexist attitude that you see in some gun stores when a woman walks in. So I give them a lot of my business when I need bullets and shit. I bought a firearm off of them a while back. It was my Keltec. I bought that off of them. I buy shells from Mosin Nagant. They have it's like $8 for 20 surplus rounds. So it's not. I don't think they sell it. I think they get the case and just break the packs down individually. But still, I mean, $8 for a box of 20 shells. I like the price. I think it's a fair price to pay for your bullets. I also so I got my 8mm shells for my Mauser from them. So I'm hoping they get some. I hope they get surplus in, because I'd love to run some surplus through it. I found bulk surplus online, but I don't have $130 to just go fucking blow on it. If I did, I'd be getting me a couple of spam cans. So it goes there. But yeah, right now, I've not watched the Macy's Day Parade. I've just came up here at my in-laws, and I'm kind of sitting in the living room, just still on the internet and shit. And it's just whatever. But I will be pretty soon. I'll be putting up some more videos. I would like to try to post more frequently, but like I said, shit happens, and by the time I get home, I just don't fucking feel like it. I don't really give a shit when I get home from work. And plus, right now it being snow and ice where I'm at, they have this preconceived idea that you're their bitch during the wintertime. So, I mean, I don't like it. I hate it with passion, but it's a job. Simple as that. I just do it because I got to, and I mean, there's no other jobs right now with the bad economy, so I do what I got to do just to feed my family, or my wife and my dogs. I dropped back to my social life a little bit. Socially, everything's going fine. I had some issues back in the summer where I was working at, but those have been lined out. I guess I've been nice or something. I've not been medicated, I've just been nice. In case anybody from work is watching, I'm not medicated. I'm just keeping some of my opinions to myself and putting a smile on my face and going with it. And it's worked, so I'm not going to fuck with perfection. I mean, some people might, but I'm going to leave it alone as is. Right now I'm enjoying my day. I'm at my in-laws. I injected the turkey with some Creole butter, shoved it, and well, my father-in-law shoved it in the smoker. Then we went to decorate my wife's grandparents' graves. They went to the graveyard and they done that. And I kind of sat there and held the dog's leash for a little bit, sat there and stared. Then we came back to their house, and I've just been lazy as shit. I'll be quite honest. And then I decided that I would do me a video, because honestly I do like doing videos, and it's something I like to do. It's a nice little outlet. I've been sitting here watching History 2. I've been watching Ancients Behaving Badly. It's talking about the ancient Roman Empire, or well, actually it talks about ancient people and behaving badly, rulers I've seen for the most part. So, it's been an interesting Thanksgiving. Yeah, next couple of days I'm off until Monday morning. So I'm probably, this weekend, I might post a video showing the disassembly of the Mauser and give an overview of it. I do have a stock, so I can kind of show you how to, drop the stocks in or something like that. I'll do a quick video, but I want to log off here, and I forgot to just give a quick update, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys a little bit later. Bye.